Jake and I each have a 2025 Milwaukee Brewer underrated performer pick. One pitcher, one position player.
So my underrated pitcher of the year, I went with Aaron Savali. He's going to be the forgotten starting pitcher by a lot of people. Literally the day that I wrote this down, I was talking Brewers with a coworker at work, and I could not keep remembering Aaron Savali's name. I was like, who's our fifth? Oh, yeah, Savali. I did it like 3-4 times, and I'm like, dude, is he underrated? Like, he was pretty good for us last year when he came over, and now they've had their hands on him for an entire offseason going into opening day here. He's been in the pitching lab long enough now, so I think we're about to see some nasty things from Aaron Savali.
Speaking of a guy who was good when he came over, and so that I think we're going to see some nasty things now that he's had offseason with the pitching lab, I went with Nick Mears, just doubling down on a guy that I was thinking the Brewers could trade for last year, and then I walk out of seeing Twisters, and the Brewers had traded for Nick Mears. So I love that. I love his fastball. I love what he's got the ability to bring to the bullpen, and I'm interested to see what an offseason with the pitching lab can do for Nick Mears.
Hell yeah.
Give me your underrated position player for the year.
So a guy that I think people are overlooking had a not great batting average last year, but he brings lots of power. Remember, he was coming off an injury, so I went with Rhys Hoskins. I think that he could have a big bounce back year, hit somewhere in the mid 240s, 250s, and just be cranking homers. He's had a pretty good spring so far. So I think Rhys Hoskins is a guy that people are going to realize, like, yeah, that's why they're paying him the $18 million.
Yeah, that's a good pick. I like it. I think it's getting to a point where it's going to be hard to underrate Garrett Mitchell, but I need to continue to emphasize how strongly I believe that he has star potential and a superstar ceiling. There's some rumblings that Garrett Mitchell can be a good baseball player. I firmly believe that Garrett Mitchell has all 5 tools and is capable of being an all-star caliber player. And I know the cause for concern is going to be his injuries. The 2 injuries that he's had were 2 years ago, the shoulder injury that he got diving into third base. That caused a shoulder injury. And then last year he got hit by a pitch on the hand. Those 2 things both occurred while playing baseball. It's not like a hamstring injury or, like a torn ACL or something like that. Those 2 injuries both happened on the playing field in the course of a baseball game. Not, like I said, it's not like a soft tissue injury or, some lingering, whatever else. Mm-hmm. Those are both from playing the game. So I don't think that those are, concerns that Garrett Mitchell is injury prone or anything. So I want to continue to emphasize how much of a ceiling Garrett Mitchell really has.